Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to our Starbound Elithian playthrough. When we last left off, we were just getting ready for our little encounter in the ceremonial hunting caverns, so we are ready for that now, and that's always fun and exciting. Not to mention interesting. Very interesting. Don't forget the interesting part. And there's not really anything over there, so let's just dive into the water, because that exists there, and I took pointless damage. There's not anything in here, is there? No, there was nothing down there. It's been a while since I've actually done this mission, so I kind of forget where everything is. Though apparently I cannot avoid the spikes. No way out, you say. Oh. That's always something, ain't it? Incidentally, we also have all these quests here. Stopping the corruption, you say. Violated elite drawl... roaming the ground. Interesting, right. That is another quest we will have to do by the by. Let's see here. Depicting some animals, some hunters, bio readings, life signs in the tunnels. I mean, you know, that's just par for the course, really. It is interesting, though, that the Florans, during these hunts, will, like, basically try to kill anyone and anything that gets in their way. Especially me. Also, I should have thrown all this out before we moved on with it. Let's see. Hunt was first established long ago by a green finger called Idamta. Idamta created the hunt as a test of determination, prowess, and skill. A great trial in which the Floran could compete to prove themselves the most powerful and mighty hunter. And legend has it as a way of stopping them bickering about who's the best. That makes sense. You know, this helmet actually fits very nicely. It makes us look very, very manly and tough. Just exactly what you want, presumably, when you are an Avakin trying to make his way in the world. Possibly, maybe. Oh my goodness. We're at, like, we have level 3 armor, and we're getting, like, demolished by these guys. Ow. Also, there's a chest down there. Lots of weapons. I'm probably going to have to throw most of those weapons away. Alright, now what am I going to do for Niru's voice, I wonder to myself. There's Niru there. Alright, I haven't thought of a voice for her yet. Let's see. Whoa! An outside... No, that doesn't sound right. I'm going to go with it anyway. Are you seriously here for the hunt? Got to respect that. Oh, me? I'm Niru, youngest champion in the history of the hunt. Even though I don't sound very young, do I? I gotta say, this is pretty impressive. Or at least it will be if you don't get ripped to shreds. Here the Florans spend years owning their prowess, like skilled craftsmen grinding a spearhead. And then they mostly die. Anyhow, good luck. That's just how we roll. Feisty Floran, huh? Oh, old people always say young people remind them of themselves. Something old people do. Seriously, though. Alright, let's see here. Crazy old people. Let's see. Worse than me on selling evidence indicates these entities are not fully mature. That's useful to know, I guess. Very sticky and gross, though. That's a very important thing to note. Very, very sticky and gross. And sticky. I mean, it's green. It's just very icky indeed. Very, very icky and unnecessary. Says I. Though we do have resistance to poison, so that's... How resistant are we to poison? Oh, completely. 100% resistant. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, that's going to make me very, very sloppy, no doubt. I don't remember this. Then again, I never really dove into this. Not that there's really anything down here, just, poison. Lots and lots of poison. Unless there is a secret down there, is there? Let's find out. Can I squeeze down? I cannot squeeze down there, okay. Obviously a sign that there are no cool secrets down there. How very disappointing. That could have been interesting, finding a secret that no one else knew was there, even though this game has been out long enough that if there was a secret there, someone Someone smarter than I would have found it by now. You know what? I'm not going to wear that because it doesn't really fit with our legs, does it? Sort of, but you can kind of see the seams where it doesn't quite fit. You know, I'm going to get rid of some of these items. We don't need them. They're low tier. I mean, they're worth money, but... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Let's see. Rules of hunt are: fight other Floran, kill big prey, win shiny trophy. These are all worthy things in life. Kind of like that whole plot in Predators, where all the predators were hunting each other. Which is not at all what the plot of Predators was at all. Speaking of the whole Predator franchise, isn't there like a reboot or something coming up at some point in the not-too-distant future? I think so. I feel like I remember reading something to that effect. Whether it'll be any good or not is anyone's guess. And, yeah, that just leads down there. Nothing too new or exciting. Anything down here in the old poison fields of poison and despair and misery? The answer appears to be no. I wonder who put this chair here, and why. These are all good questions. Oh, dear God. Probably should have seen that one coming. Let's see. Substance is organic, you say. Hey, over here! I can't believe you made it this far. Also, my voice changed again. Nice work. You know, puberty, probably. Voice cracking and all that. But now you're stuck. Now this phrase, slow claps, springs to mind. Here, I can open it for you. I think we're close now. I hope you've worked up an appetite. Also, I seem to be developing a villain voice for some reason. You know, even though Nero is totally not a villain. Aha! I actually managed to avoid an attack in a sort of cool fashion. At least in my opinion, it was cool. Turn back, probably not going to happen. You know, I mean, turning back is not exactly in an Avakin's best interests. Cool go-go cages of some kind over there. Anyway, I suppose at this point we shall, I guess we'll cut away at this point and we'll kind of come back in when we've made it through the dungeons of despair and woe and misery. And not to mention we do have to backtrack for some treasures, but I will see you guys, I guess, shortly. I really need a light pack as well. Ah yes, the secret rune tentacle. Also known as the Tentacomet. I'm kind of sad that the Tentacomet was not ever, like, really added as something. I think that could have been something special. You know, because tentacles and comets, they just work so well together, don't they? Listen, fellas. Alright. Yeah, maybe it's time to cool off, just a little bit. Also, I got your goat skull mask. Haunt your friends and enemies with this demonic goat skull. Now I am truly become deaf, destroyer of worlds. And or Archbishop of Satan, possibly. That could be the case. Oh, well, there's no opening that door. Not from that side. Alright, I will, again, cut away. See you guys. Well, no, not yet. There's Nuru over there, doing her little thing, as she does. Totally not including me in her secret plans. Got our cool, spiny things, becoming all spiny and spine-like, living in fear. Alright, the beasts are everywhere. They spit and hiss and stab and eat. They call themselves Floran. They come from the night sky. They are creatures born of the darkness between the stars, I am sure of it. I should have fled days ago when most of my fellows left. Now there is nowhere to run. I am the only one who remains, and our underground city crumbles around me. I still wonder to myself who that race that wrote this story is. I mean, the architecture says glitch. But on the other hand, the writing style does not. So, could be just a race that the Floran genocided. That always gets wiped over because the Floran are the most popular of all of Starbound's races, because apparently people love lovable, cute sociopaths or something. Oh yeah, I said something about cutting away, didn't I? I'll cut back in. Ah, silly Floran. Don't you know that you cannot kill that which is already dead? Or as the old prophecy once said, that which is dead may never die. Or that which is dead may dreaming lie, and within strange eons even death may die. And so on and so forth in a very, very dramatic and poetic fashion, I assure you. Very, very dramatic and poetic. Anyway, I'm just gonna kind of jump over you here because there is secrets to be had. Secrets. Secrets that need answers. Secrets that need secreting. Such as this vicious mask. Which, I'll be honest, that also looks kind of terrifying just on virtue of the fact that it looks so wrong. In all the ways, really. Just like me running out of inventory space is wrong in all the ways. I gotta say, this bone helmet, it really fits the whole Avakin kind of vibe, in my personal opinion. Has a very good thing going for it, as we slink and slunk in a manner most pleasant, probably. Have our voodoo mask over here. Don't want to get rid of our hunter spear, that would be silly. And some of this, and some of that. And down we are going. So, with that in mind, we will again cut away, and I will see you guys when we get to the main event. Alright, and as we return, it also occurs to me, there's a couple more drops, aren't there? That are coming our way. So let's get rid of the unnecessary stuff. I mean, I want to keep the violated short sword. I like violated longsword. Everything's violated for some reason, and it's all tier 5. Why is everything violated? Who's violating these things? Also, let's temporarily switch out the hunter's spear. Let's see, 21 compared to... Where is the hunter's spear again? Compared to 17. Alright. I mean, I did reinforce the hunter's spear, so there is that. Ooh. Cool. They really go all out. This is much bigger than last year's prey. Finally, a proper challenge. I don't know why I feel Niru gets that kind of voice. It doesn't really make sense. This is gonna be fun. It doesn't sound quite right, does it? For, like, what Niru should have as a voice. But, I'm sticking with it. And you can't make me do otherwise, dang it, so... Aha! Burn, baby, burn! There we go. Alright, come back. I'm not done burning you yet. You require more burnings. There we go. That's quite nice. Also, he's Ow. I was gonna say, I basically took no damage from this. Except for that damage, and then that damage. There we go. No, I'm not done with you yet! Well, you stop that? Honestly. You small creatures are not so very exciting to me. Could you stop that? Stop it. Stop it! Stop it! Oh god. Probably need to heal a little bit here as I take, like, you know, 10,000 points of unnecessary damage. We murder the babies of Mama Ixodoom. As you do. Alright, and Big Mama is dead. Now that was satisfying. Come on. No, it just doesn't sound right. But, on the other hand, I can't really do a female voice, so I don't really expect any better from myself, to be entirely honest with you. We'll go talk with them in a second here. Got our mountain of skulls, which are dumped from the walls up here, no doubt. The walls of sadness, as they are sometimes referred to. They say you can hear the cries of all the children the Floran ate that day. Probably, anyway. That's what I imagine. Alright, let's see here. Sacred hunt is over. A sacred bone is yours. That was the most fun I've had in a while. In fact, congratulations. I've just decided your trophy comes with one free Niru. Yay! Would you like to actually join my crew? I've got like a whole mod that'll make that happen. It'll be cool. Now we've got the key recovered. Excellent. Oh, and Niru's already run off, as she does. Alright, Niru, off you go. Which means, naturally, that we can have some cool gladiatorial combat going on. We got this. We got some more capture pods. I'll leave that behind. And another story to read. I like stories. Stories are always fun. Who doesn't like a good story? Let's see. It's the biggest Ixodoom I've ever seen. Sheathed in sheets of bone as thick as tree trunks. Kish and I were deep in the mountain by the time we found it, hidden in the darkness. It must be 200 years old if it's a day. Kish is sure it's about to reproduce. I've no reason to doubt it. It's certainly mature enough, and Kish is the authority on Ixodoom. It's going to take a team of 20 to bring it in safely. I've already spoken to Mapper, who thinks it's doable, though Mapper is always pretty optimistic. I'll take all the Wranglers to its nest tomorrow. We've got 2 days to get it to the ceremonial hunting caverns before it starts to spawn. You know, it's kind of interesting how there is sort of like there's a bit of a discrepancy here between the speech patterns of some Floran, which makes me think that the ones that speak in like a more like quote-unquote civilized fashion with like less hissing and stuff, those ones have probably been educated by the Protectorate. I mean, I know that's rather presumptuous of me, but just, I don't know, it seems like it makes sense because, like, they don't talk like the vast majority of Florans. So that makes me think to myself that maybe they have had education, not even necessarily, I guess, not necessarily just from the Protectorate, but maybe from other encounters, but, you know, like, they've received a higher level of, like, book learning than most Florans would get. Excellent, dear. You did wonderfully. Also, I do sound kind of like Neuro now. Because I keep changing my voice, apparently. We're 1/6 of the way there, dear. Technically 2/6, but I am holding a secret that I'm not going to tell you about until the end of the story. To cheat you out of a cool human mission where you've returned to the ruins of Earth or something. And now we have Neuro to help us too. We should start work on finding the Hilotl artifact now. Search around temperate stars and hunt for clues on planets with vast tracts of ocean, where the Hilotl reside both above and below the waves. Come back here when your search is complete. And look after yourself. That's also very important. Give me mints. I do enjoy a good mint. Alright. Let's go. Let's do the arena stuff. Why not? Feels like a good way to wrap things up. Probably. I mean, I don't think they'll take too long, and I did shave a couple of minutes off the whole actual fight with, or the whole mission by cutting things in the middle. Hello, sir, Mr. Golden Gun Man. You guys are rather strong, but oh dear. When did you guys get the ability to slow me down? I don't remember that. But that's a thing, apparently. Aha! Oh-ho! And hoo-hoo. And other words of that general nature. You're dead. You will soon be dead because I can duck and you can't, apparently. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. And away we go. Don't you just love a happy ending? I know I do. I also love the music in here. I wish there was a way to play it outside of the arena. I mean, it is a bit reminiscent of the Grand Pagoda music, but still, it would be nice to be able to hear it just while exploring other places, possibly. Alright, I think I can do all the quests right off the bat, right? No, it's only after each mission. Gotcha. Alright. Well, in that case, I guess we'll wrap things up here, so until the next time. Actually, when we return, we'll start doing what we can with the Floran clues. I mean, we might actually be able to unlock the Floran, or the Hilotl mission right off the bat, because we do have a bunch of Hilotl stuff already in our inventory back on the ship, so we'll see how that plays out. Then we'll go looking for more cool Hilotl stuff, and hello. Alright, give me free shiny diamonds, and you'll tell me... Oh, that's for the ZZ or ZZ mech mod. Hostage situation, you say? Explosive firepower. You know what? I'm gonna just abandon some of those side quests. And you know what? We've got quests here. We'll do a couple of quests along this way, I think. I mean, we do need to build an Avakin place to get Avakin gifts so we can earn the Kef Rider, but we'll see how that plays out. And also, yeah, I'll abandon that quest. Wait, what was that one quest I abandoned? It was in green. It was one of these Avakin quests, wasn't it? I'm an idiot. Oh well, we'll get the opportunity to do it later. But for now, that's going to do it until the next time, so as always, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button or maybe leave me a comment down below to let me know what you're thinking. I will see all you in the next video.